The Gauhati High Court has issued a ban on buffalo and bulbul bird fights in Assam, striking down a standard operating procedure issued by the state government that permitted such events during Bhogali Bihu festival. A single judge bench of Justice Devashis Baruah was hearing a petition filed by the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals India, seeking the court to dismiss the SOP, which was passed on 27th of December last year. The court ruled that practices were in violation of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act of 1960 and the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It also cited the Supreme Court ruling in A Nagaraja case in 2014, which banned all forms of animal fights. The petitioner, PETA India, presented evidence of the cruelty inflicted on animals during these events, stating that buffaloes were subjected to physical abuse, including being slapped, jabbed with sticks and pulled by their nose ropes to force them into fight. It also argued that many sustained injuries, such as bleeding wounds on their necks, ears and faces. The petitioner stated that bulbul birds, which are protected under Indian wildlife laws, were caught drugged and starved to provoke aggression. It further stated that harmful substances were reportedly administered to intoxicate the birds, making them fight for food during these events. It stated that most buffaloes and bulbul fights occurred illegally beyond the permitted dates. And for more on this, Joydeep Hazarika is over the phone line from the news desk. Well, Joydeep, the Gauhati High Court has issued a ban on buffalo and bulbul bird fights in Assam. We know that it has been a tradition in the state, especially on Bhogali Bihu celebrations. What more you have on this?
Yes, Amrita, yesterday there was a hearing on this matter. The petition was filed by PETA, the People for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Now this organization has been time and again putting up petitions, not just in Assam but in different parts of India against the animal-based sports and games. Now, as we saw earlier earlier in the past as well, in Tamil Nadu, the PETA had filed a petition against the bullfight called Jallikattu. Here also in Assam, earlier they had filed this petition against the traditional buffalo fight, which is one of the which I can say is one of the most important features of the Bhogali Bihu festivities in Assam. In several places in Assam, as you can see on here, as our viewers can see on the screen, buffalo fight, this traditional buffalo fight is a long-going tradition. It's an age-old tradition going back to almost 2,000 years. This has been going on unabated, but like we have seen that since for about a decade, this thing has been coming under attack from organizations like PETA, and on top of that, earlier also a sort of ban has been put by the High Court on these buffalo fights during Bhogali Bihu festivities. Not just buffalo fights, there is also this tradition of holding bulbuli fights. There's the bulbuli bird fights, which take place in certain temples or certain places where it is lesser in comparison to the buffalo fights. But bulbuli fights have also now been banned as per the High Court order, which was passed yesterday during the hearing. Now, obviously, this has raised questions as to how can these sports be conducted in a safe manner. Last year, a very commendable step was taken by the Himanta Biswa Sharma government, where they had passed SOPs under which strict SOPs which had to be followed with regards to conducting buffalo fights and bulbul fights. There were several laws, there were several procedures that the organizers had to follow. The certain norms and conditions had to be strictly regulated under which the buffalo fights would take place. And as you can see, Amrita, on the screen, buffalo fight in Assam is actually a rather comparatively safer sport, if I may put it that way. Because if you compare it with the Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu, that is indeed a very violent sport. A lot of people end up dying each year when Jallikattu events are held. But if you come to buffalo fights in Assam, very rarely you will hear that some human being, some person has died during the event. Yeah, and also there are not many instances. In fact, it is also a rarity that buffaloes get injured during the fights, because this is mostly like a tug of war. It is a show of strength between the two buffaloes. they go up against each other. There is a certain area, a kind of a circle within which the buffaloes fight. Well, once one buffalo pushes the other buffalo out of the circle, the other buffalo takes a flight and the fight gets over. There's no further fighting between the two bovines.
Right.
Definitely, compared to other bullfights which are prevalent in India or around the world, Assam buffalo fight is comparatively safer. So under these circumstances, definitely it remains to be seen how things come about. The next year, as usual, in January, we will be having the Bhogali Bihu. There might be a possibility that certain groups might try to put a petition in front of the High Court to ensure that buffalo fights take place. But yes, under strict SOPs as the government had last year stipulated. But how things turn out, definitely it seems to be, it remains to be seen. But yes, these are age-old traditions of Assam. These are very unique traditions of the people of Assam that have been going on since time immemorial.
Right.
Abruptly ending them also sends kind of a round signal to the people. It almost seems that an attempt is being made to dilute the identity of the people in the name of preventing animal cruelty. Because the buffalo fight, even though yes, you are making two animals fight within a confined space, it is not as violent if you compare to other such similar sports. So definitely we have to see how things turn out. If indeed any counter petitions come in this regard, or if we actually get to see any buffalo fight this time in the next Bhogali Bihu.
Absolutely. Joydeep, as you have mentioned, SOPs were issued last year by the Himanta Biswa Sharma government. Now there's this fresh ban issued by the Gauhati High Court on this very traditional buffalo fight and bulbul fight that has been going on for generations in Assam, in the state of Assam for generations now. And now it remains to be seen how the people, especially Joydeep, reacts to this new ban on buffalo fights and bulbul fights in Assam, especially during Bhogali Bihu celebrations. Thank you so much for joining in, Joydeep.